The cold, black Antarctic. A blocky, flat-topped iceberg crawls through the water. It's colored brown and black and green by a combination of sediment and plankton and glacial blue ice. It measures about 100 feet above sea level, and what most people don't know, though, is that the biggest part of that iceberg lies beneath the freezing whitecaps, about 600 feet under the surface. God's wisdom is like the iceberg. To unbelievers who only see the tip, it's intellectually treacherous, blindingly unrealistic, and desperately purposeless. But those who are graced by God's salvation see below the surface to the precious, quiet deeps. Should it surprise us that unbelievers cannot see below the surface to the massive bulk of the excellence and truth and wisdom of Christianity? This question is what concerns Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verses 6 through 16. In this lesson, we're going to discover why believers cannot plumb the depths of God's wisdom and how we as believers are able to understand the most hidden secrets of God. If you're going to discover the hidden depths of God, you're going to have to take the plunge. Unbelieving Bible scholars are like lazy scientists, those who might spend years just observing iceberg tips through high-powered lenses, but never looking below the surface to see what icebergs are really made of. Are you tired of having a shallow understanding of God, His wisdom, His ways? Are you ready to take a plunge into the deeper knowledge of Him? If so, put on your wetsuit, dive in, and experience the depths of His wisdom. In Proverbs 8:17, He says, "I love those who love me, and those who seek me will find me." In Matthew chapter 7, verse 7, He says these words, "Ask and it will be given to you, seek and you will find, knock and the door will be opened unto you." Just like the iceberg, oftentimes there's a two-sided wisdom. One side of wisdom is the surface side. It could be called the ministry of the Word. We often understand the Word when it's been preached because it has been explained in a way that ministers to our minds. But God wants more from us. He wants us to experience the other side of wisdom, the deep side, which we could call the ministry of the Spirit. This is where God's Spirit takes the ministry of the Word and plumbs it down under the surface currents to where He can minister to our hearts and our souls. Let me give a quick word to the carnal. Being a believer doesn't necessarily mean that you have discovered the hidden depths of God's wisdom. Even though they're available for all believers, some choose to tread shallow waters, eyes fixed only on the tip of the iceberg. If you've entered the waters of Christianity, but haven't yet given the Spirit control of your understanding, do so today and let Him take you to the very depths of God.